It's 88 in Pueblo, 78 in Colorado Springs. Joining us on the KRDO News line now is a new program host to KRDO. We are stop number 3 on his way to national fame and fortune, and on his mission to serve and support and tell the stories of men and women who serve in uniform. Introducing now Mr. Ben Bueller Garcia, who is host of American Warrior Radio. Ben, welcome to KRDO Afternoon News, but not only that, welcome to the family.
Well, thank you so much, Ted. I tell you what, it's a real thrill for us to be joining the team there at KRDO, and thanks so much to Colonel Rich Lewis and Pam Barron of Medicare Mentors for making this possible and helping us come to that market. I'm here at an undisclosed location in a bunker with local boy made good Jeff Bosley, a former Green Beret. So we're both excited about this weekend.
Hey,
yes,
Jeff, welcome to KRDO Afternoon News.
Oh, I'm honored to be here. Like you said, being stationed and living in Colorado Springs for a long time, this is it was cool to just hear that news about, wrecks near Garden of the Gods and hearing all the old news that I listen to every day.
What kind of memories did it bring back?
Well, as a civilian, it just brought back memories of being stuck in that traffic. After I was at Fort Carson, I was also a firefighter in the Springs. So then it also brought back to, those calls that brought me out of my pleasant slumber. So I had to go work on the calls. So it kind of had a little dichotomous result.
Sure. Now, Jeff, it's a real privilege to have you here, and you are going to be the first guest in the Colorado Springs and the first Colorado Springs broadcast of American Warrior Radio. Jeff, you've got quite a history in back of you. We know you from some of your work in film and television. We know, too, that your military background includes some pretty rough and tumble stuff. So you started life here in Colorado Springs. You wound up out of state for a while, and you found your way to becoming a Green Beret. And I believe you are a medic. Is that right?
Yeah. I grew up playing pretend. I always joke that I played pretend way too long. I knew I wanted to be Rambo in the movies or in the real world. And then before I got too old, I figured I'd do Rambo for real in the special forces. And I lucked out because I'm a closet nerd. I love medicine. My father's an emergency room physician. He actually went to medical school in Colorado, and they assigned me the Army Special Forces Green Beret medic job. And so it was a lucky convergence of all my love and urges and wants. And once that kind of wrapped up, did its course to my life and my body, I moved my way out, and now I play pretend. And I just do it on TVs.
And in some pretty prominent roles. And the mission of American Warrior Radio being to help, as Ben describes it, bridge the gap of understanding between the civilian population and those who protect us.
Yeah.
Your story is going to be told this Sunday. It's a compelling story, and don't want to do any spoilers here today.
Yeah, I think, and the reason Mr. Garcia and I have synced up is it's really neat. Not even just myself on some sort of pedestal, but it's really encouraging, I think, for the civilian population to see the other side of serving. Unfortunately, we've been in a war that's been lasting for an astronomically long amount of time. And a lot of the press, so to speak, is unfortunately some of the negative stuff. So it's really cool to see, and when there's platforms like Mr. Garcia's, to actually see veterans going and doing other stuff that makes them, whether it's art or going back to school or, raising a family. It's kind of not to diminish it, but it's those feel-good pieces, I think, are really needed for the morale of the civilians that support the veterans and other veterans themselves, because we all need that morale boost. And so to see some 40-year-old kid that grew up and then was a real Green Beret and then go play pretend in the movies, it's kind of, for whatever reason, it syncs up with people to go, oh, cool, that's neat to see, that's neat to watch. And it either gets them out of bed or gives them the motivation to do whatever they're trying to do with their life. So I think it's definitely something needed to show the other side of service, and this is going to be one of them.
And we thank you for your service. We also thank you for that heart and soul of yours to want to inspire other people.
Yeah, my honor.
You are very appreciated, Jeff. We look forward to getting to know you better, and hopefully you'll come back to Colorado Springs. You'll come pay us a visit.
Oh, it hurts my heart every time I think about Colorado Springs. Trust me, I miss it a lot.
Mr. Garcia, your program airs every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It will also be available on demand 24/7, totally free by podcast at krdo.com. And you'll go to the radio tab and select on podcast. So we are excited. We welcome you to the family. We can't wait to hear some of the many stories that you're going to tell over the months and what we hope are years that we're together as you grow and expand American Warrior Radio.
Well, I tell you what, Ted, you and I have been working on this partnership for a long time, and I'm absolutely thrilled to see it come to fruition. I look forward to spending some time with the folks there in Colorado Springs. And, Jeff is just one of the many stories they'll hear every week. Some folks like Jeff are a little more well known, Gary Sinise, Roger Staubach, who volunteered to go to Vietnam, even though he had an NFL contract. But then there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of other heroes out there whose stories need to be told. And you'll hear them right here Sundays at 9 a.m. on KRDO.
And all of that, again, is being brought to you. Ian, as your presenting sponsor, is Rich Lewis, Pam Barrett, and they are the Medicare mentors. And what a privilege to see all of you come together to serve and support and tell stories in this way. Ben, we've got to run. We appreciate you very much, but we will hear from you 9 o'clock Sunday morning sharp.
Wonderful. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Coming up at 5:40.